Hey again everyone, here is the part 2 to my Billingsley family. I'm about to create Jeannette's husband. Ian is the name we end up going with. I'm just randomizing until I find a name I like, which it ended up being Ian Billingsley. And I almost always randomize the names of my Sims unless I go in with an idea for a name. I was going to keep him like this, and he's like, no, you know what, let's just use my quote-unquote Sim God randomizer and just go till I find something I feel like I can work with. And I think it's just a couple more clicks here, and I come across a Sim that reminds me actually quite a bit of my retro, I guess it's more than just a couple clicks, my retro LP Sim, Tony, and it should be right up next. Oh, one more. There we go. And it's funny because he kind of reminds me of Tony a little bit, but I mean, he's going to look a lot different regardless. Anyway, so I'm going to be changing his hair. I leave everything pretty much the same. I do end up eventually going in, once I'm in gameplay, Control-Shift-C, then click on the sim, edit sim. I make both him and Jeannette just a little bit darker. I just wanted them to have a little bit more unique ethnic look, so that's why I did that later on. And so right now I'm just trying to figure out what the heck to do with his hair, because I didn't want it to just be flat black with just a light shine. I wanted it to have a little bit more depth. So if I remember correctly, I make his hair a little blacker, and then I put in kind of a dark brown highlight, and it just kind of gives it a more, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. I had it 5 seconds ago and now it's gone. So just a little bit extra texture to it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I believe I keep him with the little faux hawk look thing. And I do change his eyebrows because I felt like a man who lives in like Sim Hollywood type, he's he's like a performer, magician. He would have a well-groomed look, so I made them more of a preened eyebrow, and I decided against the facial hair. I was just like, no, let's just keep them really clean looking. And I did, however, add some body hair. I wanted to keep it a little more realistic, a little bit more of a realistic Sim man. And I think right now I'm getting a phone call in my gameplay here, so I pause briefly. And I'm like, what's going on? And I'm talking, and I'm like, okay, I'm recording, so if we can just talk and record at the same time, that'd be great. And so anyway, so I add some leg hair and his chest hair, and I'm like, oh my, it's really dark. So I matched his root hair color to just lighten it up a little bit. And from there, yep, here we go. So I should be going in to make sure that everything is how I like it. I don't think I change anything. I just make sure that he's not wearing any makeup because his cheeks look kind of rosy. So I just wanted to make certain that that wasn't there. I do give him some of the quote-unquote contact lenses. And I think I make his eyes green, if I remember correctly. Just make sure here in a second. And for whatever reason, it took me a while to... Oh gosh, what am I doing? It took me a while to decide exactly how I wanted these to look, and for whatever that reason may be, it did. Like in real time, this is like 2 or 3 or 4 times the speed. For whatever reason, it took me quite a while. It's pretty ridiculous, but they are a green color. And after I decide on what I'm doing, I should go back and make sure that his actual real eye color, yep, and it is. His real eye color is green, so that it genetically pulls over if they have children, which I am planning on him and Jeannette having children. So moving on to the everyday look, I start off with single individual tops and bottoms, and it's just an epic fail. So overall, I end up going into an everyday look, into an outfit. So while I'm being indecisive, I will just again remind everyone that these are going to be some new Showtime Sims that I'm going to be using. Ian's going to be the magician, and Jeanette's going to be our singer. And hopefully, I can maybe develop another Sim. Maybe their child will grow up and then he or she can be the acrobat. But anyway, then you can send me your Simport requests, and I can send off my Sims to your destinations, and you can send your Sims to my locations, etc., etc., etc. And in case anyone doesn't have me added as a friend, go to the Sims 3 website and request me. Let's see, my my screen name is AngelKSC03. And again, that's AngelKSC03. Go ahead and add me as a friend and send off your Simport requests. I would still love to participate in that, because I'd really like to have those sets that you get from doing Simport. There's so many objects that you can get free from doing it, so that is my goal. So I should be just about done with the tops here, but unfortunately I do go into bottoms. So a little more information would be that you can go on to Facebook, and you can find me on there under MKPage959. I also have a page on Facebook underneath the same name, just www.facebook.com/MKPage959, and you can find me and like me there. There'll be updates. There's tons of screenshots. You can check out a lot of information there. So please feel free to go to Facebook /MKPage959. And also, you can follow me on Twitter, MKPage959. As well as Twitter, there's Tumblr. I have a blog where I post a lot of the custom content that I find on the Sims resource. I post links on there for usual subscriber items that are, free for the moment, for the day. I post them on there. You can also follow some of my screenshots and stuff on Flickr. And I also sometimes post just everyday random Instagram things. All of these are all MKPage959. Twitch TV, I should hopefully be doing some streaming in the future. And Stream, I just recently added that. I don't really have anything on there just yet, but that will soonly change. So, again, everything MKPage959 except for the Sims 3 website, which is AngelKSC03. Okay, so back to my Create a Sim. This here, Ian, he is going to actually be keeping that outfit, that last one we saw there. One of my other current Sim households, Edwin is his name. That stupid centaur thing. I do not know how that got back into my game. Makes me very angry. But he is going to be keeping that, and even though Edwin has it, they're in a completely different town, so I'm not too concerned about it. I try to keep different outfits so that if they run into each other, they're not going to have the same clothes on. Okay, slowing down with my talking. I talk really fast. I'm really sorry. So this should be going a little bit quicker and smoother now that I've gotten past the outfit, which you can see there I chose for Ian. Formal wear, since him and Jeannette will be married, I didn't do a suit or a wedding dress, for Jeannette, and a suit for Ian, because, like I said, they're already married and it's not necessary. So I just go with a really kind of, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? A really, contemporary look, just like a really basic, high-class man suit. You know what I'm trying to say. But I believe I just changed the red to blue. And I think that ends up being his favorite color, if I remember correctly, as well. I just gray up the suit a bit, and after clicking about 19,000 times on different colors, I choose kind of a dusty baby blue. And there it is. That's the one I go with. And so I select that. I change the shoe just so it's not very contrasty, so it matches a little bit better. Come on. You can do it. Okay. So then we should move on to our sleepwear, and I believe I go with a pair of underwear from Master Suite. They have, those stupid boots. I really need to make sure this gets fixed, because that will be the death of me. My game is trying to ruin my life. Those underwear right up there that we just saw briefly, the ones with the handprint, the smiley face, what is it, a heart or something? I end up going with those, the one with the handprint, and I just thought it'd be fun. Right there, and then no shirt, and there we go. And then on to his athletic wear. I end up taking a little bit of time on this one just because I really didn't know what I wanted him to have at all. I end up going, I think, with a diesel sweatshirt and then a short. I think it's a I don't remember where this comes from, actually. It's either from this, obviously, the EA store, the Sims 3 store, or it's from, oh, that stupid shirt. Oh, death of me. Or it is from the Sims 3 resource. I have not downloaded any clothing from the Sims 3 resource. However, this stuff wasn't in my game before. I haven't added anything new, but now all of a sudden it's there, so I don't know what happened. I'll have to look into it, like I said. But I believe I go with this sweatshirt, and then I pick out a pair of shorts, and I just recolor everything in the end. Oh, those sandals just look awesome with his outfit. But I think I go with not this next pair of shorts, but then the following pair of shorts. Let's see. Oh, that's from that Palace of Versailles set. These right here. I'm not 100% sure where they showed up from, but it's okay. I like them. Yep, that's what I go with. And then I gave him a pair of, I think, the Diesel tennis shoes. Yep, and then I just changed the red to black. And that is that. And I think I try to mix it up a little bit more, and I'm like, ew, no, I hate it. If I remember correctly. Let's see. Yep, I think I tried to make them black. Yeah, I hated that. So I just went back to what I had and move on to swimwear. Oh, that stupid top. Oh, stupid boots. Okay, so for swimwear, Ian is completely comfortable with his body, so he is going to wear a Speedo. And I think it's blue and green. Yep, blue and green. And then we move on to outerwear. Outerwear was the death of me. I could not figure out what in Sim God's earth I wanted to do for him. I started with this hot mess here, and it's epic fail. Epic fail. Hopefully I get through it quickly here, but I go through like greens and blues, and I'm like, well, we've got that little green, white, red, what is that, Italy? I'm completely blanking all of a sudden. I'm trying to match to that, and I'm like, this is not working. Then my phone rang again, and then I slow down more. Ugh, it's just a mess. While I'm making a mess of Ian's outerwear, I just want to remind everyone to go ahead and check out my Let's Play The Sims 3 quote-unquote retro LP that I have going on with Lindsay and Tony, which they end up being neighbors to the couple I'm creating here. Go ahead and check out my LPs. I will keep them going until probably the beginning of March, until University Life comes out, and then I will create a whole new family and new Sims that, you know, from that family that go off to college, and I'm really looking forward to University Life. I really got to say. And then, what is it? In a couple days, Aurora Skies, is that what it is? It comes out on the 21st, and I'm hoping that to maybe create a little sidebar family for that community, especially since there's so many new things that come with that, especially for toddlers. But anyway, so this ends up being the coat I go with, except for I turn it back to the brown. I just rich it up a little bit, not so reddish in color. I make it a little more, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. I make it just a little darker brown instead of that reddish brown. That's all I'm trying to say. So there we go. And then I was like, you know what? Since Jeannette is, she loves the heat, I was going to make Ian love the cold. So I give him a snowboard pant to go with his jacket. And I hated how that pulled over. It's all brown. So I changed that up to the lighter brown, like the detailing on the back of his jacket, except for it wasn't actually a choice. So I ended up liking that, and so I just made that the way it was, and then I pulled, first I changed him to a snowboarder boot, and then I pull his pant coloring into his boot, and that should wrap us up into his traits. So as soon as I finish that up, should be moving on to traits, hopefully sooner than later here. There we go. Okay, so for Ian's traits, I actually keep a couple of the ones that were originally there. I keep the green thumb, I keep the handy, and then, like I said, I make him love the heat, and then I don't remember what his next one is at all. I Not even a little bit. And so then I was talking to Tech. We were about to try to record, which was an epic fail. Oh yeah, Natural Born Performer. And I was like, what should I use? I need to pick one of these. And so I'm reading them all off to him and telling him, and he's like, okay, well, why don't you make him childish? So it's like, okay, fine, I'll make him childish. So that's what I do next here. I make him childish, and then I keep his favorite color as blue. I, for whatever reason, make his favorite music rap, and then stir fry stays the same. I change up his voice a little bit, not really much at all. I think, I just changed the bass voice. And then I forgot to choose his lifetime wish, so I have to go back, and then I choose his lifetime wish, and I accidentally, for whatever reason, click on Jeannette, and I'm like, really? So I click back on Ian and change his personality, or his lifetime wish, to the Master Magician, except for I couldn't remember what it was called. So it takes me just a second here to figure out what that is. And come on, P, then onto O's, M's, wait, there it is. Okay, so Master Magician, and then we are done. And that's the Billingsley family, and they are married, and it's, there we go, Jeannette and Ian Billingsley. I think Billingsley is European. It sounds European. It sounds like they would be living in, like, Great Britain or something. And then I'm just going to show where I place them, which is, as you can see, the green lit up house. That's Lindsay and Tony's house. And I add them, free real estate, because I wanted to add them into this house right away. I add them into this house right next door to them. It's a really gorgeous house, and that is that. So I will hopefully be posting some more on them later, but until we play next time, live, breathe, love, and play The Sims.